We good?
We're good.
What's up, animal lovers? This is another week on live, Facebook Live here at the Yellowstone Wildlife Sanctuary. My name is Eden. I'm the education manager, and this week we are talking to you live from our kitchen, the Keeper's Kitchen. So we have Catherine here and Izzy, and they're preparing the meals for our 2 American bison. And so today we're going to show you what it looks like when they feed our bison. So this is what they are getting today for their meal. Izzy or Catherine, maybe because you don't have a mask on, do you want to describe what they're getting?
So we do produce, we split up between 2 buckets. They're getting apples, some broccoli, greens, and celery today, and that's just kind of getting them a little natural roughage and forage. They'd be getting in the wild. Obviously, you're not going to find celery in the wilds of Montana and in Yellowstone National Park, but it's what we can do. And then we have a 9-pound bucket of grain that we order in from a company called Missouri that specializes in exotic animal diets and stuff. A lot of zoos and sanctuaries use them. So this is called Herbivore ADF 25, and it's specially designed to help get those nutrients that they'd be getting in the wild. And then this is a sweet feed for Speedy, our 21-year-old bison. She gets this, and then also some butte powder to help with arthritis, because as animals and people get older, joints tend to get a little stiff. So she gets fed with that. So that is what they will get today.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks, Catherine. So we're going to head out and go down to where the bison are and watch how this whole process happens.
I'll let you go back.
Okay.
Okay, don't move it. I'm going to get in there right now.
So every afternoon, this is what happens here at the sanctuary. If you want to see the bison, it's a good time to see them. It's usually when our other animals are napping, but our bison are out and about. So we go from the kitchen and we take the truck. Okay, we go down and we take the truck down to our bison enclosure at the back end of the sanctuary. They also grabbed a bale of hay here. They get 1 bale each day. So we're gonna go for a little ride. For those who are just joining us now, again, my name is Eden, and this week we are showing how our animal keepers feed our bison. So if you have any questions about that process, or about our bison specifically, or about the kitchen we were just in and what that's like for the animal keepers, just drop it in the comments, or type in a message that we can respond to later, and hopefully I'll try to get to all of your questions during that time. But we figured this was kind of a cool thing for people who are interested in maybe going down this field, being animal keepers someday, to kind of see what it's like, the kind of things that you would get to do if you did decide to join this field, to help you with that decision. So here we are. We just arrived at the back side of the bison enclosure, and Speedy knows what time it is.
Speedy knows what time.
She's walking right up to get the food.
Sam wants to know if they're vegetarians.
Yes, yeah, they are. Great question, Sam. They just eat the produce and the grain that we just showed, and the hay. Thank you. I'm gonna hop down now from the fence. Looks like Luna saw the truck too, and she's excitedly running over here. So let's show you these girls. Here she is. Hi, Speedy girl. So Speedy is the bison Catherine was talking about earlier. She'll be turning 21 this year, older lady, and that's why we gave her that little extra mixture. And we often try to feed our bison separately, so to make sure she gets enough food. Luna's walking over here now, and sometimes they'll be a bit more bossy and in charge, more dominant, and get to the food. So we want to make sure Speedy gets enough, girl. And you'll see right now, actually, that what Izzy is doing is she stands up on this platform and throws the food into the enclosure for Speedy to get. We have a little barrel here for the grain, and that's because the keepers don't go in the enclosure with our bison here. It's just not safe. They're super strong animals. As much as Speedy seems to love our keepers, even if she was just trying to do a nice loving nudge, she could easily accidentally hurt someone, especially with those horns, so, and the strength of her neck. So to keep her safe, they always feed from the outside. And if they need to get into an enclosure, we have two sides of the enclosure with a gate in between, and the bison have learned to shift over to one side so we can shut the door, and the keepers can get into the other side as we need to, like when they're cleaning up the bison poop, the bison patties, or if they need to fix something in their enclosure or add some enrichment or get to the water bucket, things like that. Check out that yummy food. Oh no, lettuce got underneath. What do you think, Speedy girl? Our second bison, Luna, who Catherine's hanging out with over on the other side and feeding over there, just had her 1-year anniversary with us actually last week, and we wrote a whole blog about that. So if you want to learn more about her story and how we got her, you can check out our blog on the website. And so they've now had 1 whole year together. And these bison are getting prepared for winter. You can see Speedy's thick fur growing in here. They are well adapted to our winter conditions here. And are really enjoying the snow that we have right now. If anyone has any questions about the bison or feeding, you can drop them in the comments below. We're going to wrap up in a little bit. So I just want to remind everyone we're only open for a few more weeks. We will be closed in January and February because of the weather. We're just not open to the public. We'll still be operating. We still have to feed these guys and take care of them and prepare for the year's events. But the next couple weeks we'll only be open on the weekends, Friday through Sunday. That being said, with the next few weeks being Christmas and New Year's Eve, we're going to take a little break from these live videos, and we'll be back about mid-January to show you what it's like here in the middle of winter when we don't have too much going on. Did anyone else leave any questions?
Sam wants to know if there's any bison stuffies left.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few bison stuffies left. If you want to stop in our gift shop over the weekend, you can check them out there or buy them from our online store, which you can find a link to on our website.
And Patrick wants to know bison, not buffalo, right?
Yes, yes, Patrick, you were right. It is bison. We have bison here in the United States and all of North America. It's actually only the American bison. Buffalo don't live on this continent. They're like the water buffalo in Africa and Asia. Different species. Thank you, Patrick. Well, thank you all for joining today. Thanks, Speedy. Thank you, Izzy. Thanks, Mason. Have a good day.